How about now? How about now? How about now? Okay, good. What up, Prue? Hello, lady. Hey, Don. T-Bone. What I was saying is I can expect not to see Carlos today because Carlos will be busy praying to his God that the Yankees can overcome the talent deficit that they have against the Dodgers. I am not a baseball guy anymore, but as a born and raised New Yorker outside of New York City, I have a healthy hate for the Yankees. And I would take literally anybody else other than the Yankees winning. So de facto, I am rooting the Dodgers this year, and for what that's worth. Prue says, I don't like that your Dodgers eliminated my Mets, but the enemy of my enemy is my friend, so go Dodgers. Yep. 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 What's up, Don? DC says, my friend, I have found a 5-star hotel in Buffalo and I have been to it. Oh, do tell, what is the 5-star hotel in Buffalo? I would love to see this. Bit of, it's a bit of Paris. Oh goodness! So we got home really late yesterday because of construction in Santa Barbara, bit of London. It's the Curtis Hotel on Franklin and Chippewa. Boy, that sounds familiar. I know, Jimmy. That's what we just said. Um. Oh, is that like one of the new ones that they built? Is that the one that they built? Jimmy Bean, relax, honey. Relax. It's okay, I promise. Oh, is that the old Sky Bar? Yeah, no, that is not one of the newer builds. That is they built on. So I remember Franklin and so okay. Franklin and Chippewa. Chippewa. Yeah, I think that's the old Sky Bar. Chippewa in Buffalo was the old party district. Now it's really not that much anymore. It used to be nothing but bars. Back in the 20s, it was all hookers and gin mills and speakeasies. I know this because I used to move booze just like the 1920s gangsters in Buffalo through the underground tunnels of Chippewa. Real talk. This is a true story. This is 100% real. I'm not making any of this up. So a lot of the bar owners on Chippewa were all friends. Now there was healthy competition, obviously, to get more people in your bar than your other bar. But like, I could literally go to the guy 3 doors down and be like, hey, we ran out of Jameson. We'll trade you. Either we can trade you something for Jameson, or we'll just give it out of our next order, or we'll pay cash. $30 a bottle or $40 a bottle, whatever. It's not legal. You technically. This is the truth of it. This is why we did it this way. This is a 100% true story. When you have a liquor license in New York State, you cannot buy retail liquor and sell it in your establishment. It's illegal. It is against the state law. The SLA, the State Liquor Authority, will literally fine you thousands of dollars for buying booze that is not directly from a distributor. It is a Fairness Act rule. It is so that there is a level playing field for liquor in New York State. Now, there's ways around it. Certain accounts would get, free stuff, would get hosted parties, blah, blah, blah. But that's not part of this story. So you could not go to your neighbor and say, hey, I need a case of Jameson. We're out of Jameson. Or I need a case of Belvedere vodka. So we would call over, hey, I don't know, let me think of a name. Hey, John, we need a case of Southern Comfort. Can we work out a deal? Yeah, bro, no big deal. We don't sell a lot of SoCo. Order another case on your next thing, and I'll send you 10 bottles. It's 2-bottle tax. Cool. All of Chippewa and some of Delaware had underground tunnels underneath them. They were built like 2-3 stories into the ground. And those were the old school speakeasy tunnels. It's true. Half of them are gone now because of, they destroyed the buildings that were on the corner of Delaware and Chippewa on the west side of Delaware. West side of Delaware, north side of Chippewa, that entire block is gone. And for those who sit through this story, I'm going to be opening up a box for you guys to see, so I behoove you not to leave. It behooves you not to leave. The tunnels would literally go under the street. So we could go almost anywhere through these tunnels. Now, depending on the time of year, the tunnels will be flooded with water and rats. So it was only about like maybe 3 to 5 months out of the year that we could access these tunnels and actually use them, just like they used to back in the day when the Pokies would raid the gin mills in Buffalo. It's true. This is all true. I'm telling everything true. This is also where a lot of people would go to do adult activities where they didn't want cameras and prying eyes to see because there were no cameras down there. Also true story. It may be where a former UFC champion, heavyweight champion, may have thrown away most of his career. Not going to name the person, but some of you will know who it is. So yes, that I believe is the old Sky Bar. Sky Bar was a lot of fun. It was the only rooftop nightclub in Buffalo. It was only open when the weather was okay. If the wind was too high, they were not allowed to open. But Sky Bar, I believe that to me looks like the old Sky Bar. It's had a facelift though. But no, okay, listen, I'm glad to find that there is a 4-star hotel. Scuba is sweet today and won't bother you with his nonsense. All right, Scoobs. I mean, if you don't want to bother us with your awesomeness and your sweet, sweet jokes and wonderful takes on life, that's fine. It's our loss, not yours. Speaking of our loss, I am going to burn, in a good way, 1,000, not 1,000, 7, not a 7, 40, not 40, $74.99. Now I'm going to burn it, not really burn it. I'm actually going to do something really fun with it. But yeah, man, you guys don't know what it is yet because I just decided to do it like 8 hours ago. 7 hours ago. It was about 7 hours ago. Oh, I don't know, about 7.5 to 8 hours ago I decided this. Let me. Oh, why did I not leave this open? That is so interesting. Let's do, 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 do. There we go. And then I need to do this. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this right here, this is something that I don't believe we had in the past. It was something that I think we passed on last year. This is a very interesting little item here. 2023 Pieces of the Past, Presidential. 6 packs, 4 per, 2 relics. There are 101s and relics in here. This has a lot of little extra inserts, a lot of bonus parallels, a lot of really interesting things to see. I don't believe there are any autos in here, but that doesn't mean there's not a lot of awesome in here. There are, this is something that Councilman Chef was talking about, that he was excited about. So I wanted to crank one of these open so that everybody could see exactly what all the hubbub was about, bub. I am then going to take the contents of this box, and I'm going to give it away. Now, yesterday we started the small change, which is this Father's Day box back behind me. It's 5 spots, $60. And I thought what I could do is I could crack open one of these bad boys, take a look to show what is inside, maybe get somebody to realize the value in this little $74.99 box, and then give away to the whatever we deem the low in the break. We'll add this to that and make that other break kind of spicy. So without any further ado, 2023 Pieces of the Past Presidential Edition by our dear friends over at Super Break Sports. Good luck, us! Ooh, this is a nice little box. It's got partitions in there. It's very, look at this. They protected each side individually. Look, I like that. That's kind of nice. That's I like that. More companies should do that. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's drinks. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my friend. Listen, we're going to do this one just for the halibut. Who remembers the old school Topps Finest? Oh, where? Oh, so nice. Ooh, look at that. Look at, oh yeah. We got the love. How satisfying was that? Look at that high gloss. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm already sold on this product. We know. We know Trevor remembers. Woo-wee, look at that. A little finest action. Ah, me likey. Me likey. Me, look at that. Oh, they put Joe and Donnie in the same pack. And hey, there's Jimmy. No, Jimmy Carter. Woo-wee. God bless Jimmy Carter.
He's dead?
No, he's still alive, 100 years young.
Then who? Wait, how old is he?
100.
Is that true?
Yes.
And what
Tricky
was he
Dick.
born?
What, Jimmy Bean?
Which date was he born in?
Jimmy, what year is it now, honey?
Do I look stupid to you?
No, you look very smart. That's why I'm asking you. What year is it?
It is 2024. Why?
Okay, what's 2024 minus 100?
1924.
That's when he was born.
How is he 100?
FDR.
How is he 100 if
Truman Show. I Like Ike. Oh, Kennedy and Lincoln on the same card. I like that. Is that an inauguration invitation? Union troops imprisoned. That's a nice piece. That looks like an inauguration invitation.
what the signal? Ah!
Yeah, these are pretty smexy. Oh, that's awesome! Little pop art. Meriwether Lewis. Oh, that's cool. I bet you that looks good peeled. Right? Hey now. I'm really starting to like this. Oh, that's a great painting of Benny Franklin. He's mewing. Hey, Jimmy, look, Benjamin Franklin's mewing.
Hold on. How is he mute? I don't believe you. How is he mute?
He's doing it. It's
Have that card?
Here's a portrait of Madison. All right, this should be our last hit. Ronnie Reagan. That's going to be numbered out of 10, 5 out of 10. Got the Gipper. There you go. Those are high quality cards. That high gloss. That high gloss is really something. Look at that. Man, oh man, night and day. I dig it. I dig it. All right, that becomes a giveaway now. Now that I've fondled them. Oh, that's what I wanted. Oh, that's exactly what I needed. Yeah, I bet you they'll grade super well. Now the question is, do you grade it with the film on or film off? They are. They are very well made. Very well made.
I literally killed him. What? Please, please. Here, here. Try to be nice. Here. See, your best friend. I got you. I got you. What did I do to you? No!
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
What's going on, Saporos? Which card? All of them. We just opened the presidential edition of Pieces of the Past from 2023 as a nice little bonus. And they came with the old school top finest film on them. And when you peel the film, they really come to life. And these are super sharp cards. Tiny bubbles. We did. I did peel one. That's what I was showing you. I know. That's why I peeled it. You want some?
Yes.
Come here.
Hold on.
You can't say you want something and then tell me to hold on. That's not how this works.
Jimmy, throw it.
You can't throw it, honey.
Why?
Because it's airy. It'll just fall 2 feet in front of me.
What?
Okay, you're dead. Here, take it.
No.
Okay.
I want to, but not right now.
It's alright, it's in the garbage.
No!
I have some old ice hockey. Tried to peel one. Big mistake as half of the foil came off. After a certain amount of time, I imagine they fuse. I have an old, I think it's a Vinny Testaverde, Topps Finest rookie, that has the film on it. I had a Junior Seau, but that I want to say was Fleer. I want to say Fleer Ultra, did a film for, I think, a year or two as well. Because I want to say the Junior Seau was a Fleer. But I could be mistaken because my brain don't work well. Where's my Discord? There's my Discord.
Second place.
Oh, good.
No, not good. I'm playing a 1v1.
Okay, Jimmy. There we go. Just updating the Discord to let those who didn't see it know that there's a little bump. So much chrome in the 90s, it's true. Now it's all about metal foil. Who would win the World Series of Pickleball? Oof. I gotta go with Jordan because of his lateral movement. I'd imagine the peeled would be worth more in the future due to them becoming unpeelable or too risky to be worth it. That's a great question. I would love to see that in action. I would love to see one peeled and one unpeeled. Is this Gretzky pre-back injury? I don't know. I didn't pose the question. So, let me ask you this. Let's say you have a PSA 10 peeled and a PSA 10 unpeeled. Which one would you want? Would you want the perfect one that is unpeeled because that's how it originally came? Or would you want the peeled one in it? Peeled. I'm sorry, unpeeled because it's harder. Sapporosis says peeled because he wants the luster. It was backwards in my head, but I got it. Lady says peeled. Well, Sapporos, if it's already graded a 10, then it doesn't matter what's underneath because it's a 10 for all purposes. Unpeeled is way more common. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me dig. Hold on a minute. I may have that right here, as a matter of fact. I may have that.
What?
Let me look.
How can you shoot that?
Jimmy, calm down. I'm recording, honey. Thank you, baby. Uh.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh my God, I have it right here. Oh, I was wrong. It's not Testaverde's rookie. I was wrong. How about that? Good old Vinny T. Yeah, feel free to marvel at the condition of the card, too. There are no bubbles on that. That is why I kept it. That is why I cased it. That is the cleanest Topps Finest you're going to find from the great year, 1996? 95. I was 15 years old. It's very nice. Do you remember when cards had felt in them? Yeah, that's a felt Barry Sanders. So weird. Oh, my favorite is this one. Oh, I love this one. Oh, this one's great. Oh, this is the best. True canvas. Back in the day, they were actually canvas, not just printed to look like canvas. Do it again. Oh my God, no, not this, no. Oh my God, what's he doing? That's crazy. You're a crazy person. I know. See?
Now, catch the ball, dude. You need to learn how to catch. You just
Money Mitch is like, thank you. It's because Money Mitch hates the Niners.
you gotta cover them up.
I got a lot of weird stuff in this box of goodies. That hurt my childhood. Oh, that's great. Yeah, if you were just tuning in and saw that, you would have freaked out. That is one that is meant to hurt. I never bend my cards. Yeah. First of all, I really don't care about a Charlie Joiner. Second of all, that is the only canvas card I owned. And when I pulled it out of the pack, because I did pull that out of a pack, I was stunned. And the first thing I did was bend it in half to see if it would get damaged, because it's what you do. And when it popped right back and none of the paint came off, I was like, oh, I'm doing that all the time. That is going to be my crumple up and throw around card. And I've crumpled that up 30, 40 times in my life, and I don't care. It still pops right back. Imagine if cards were like that and not on cardboard. How different would the hobby be if it was always on canvas and never on cardboard? Imagine how many... Everybody would own a Babe Ruth rookie. Everybody would have a 52 Mantle. Everybody would have an entire set of T209s. Well, maybe not the tobacco cards, because the canvas would soak up the tobacco. So anything but tobacco cards would have done really, really well in canvas.
No, leave. Quit.
I think it would be we'd be collecting something else. We'd be collecting like vintage dinner plates. Like, oh my goodness, is that the 1946 Oneida black and gold filigree? Wow. Not many of those still exist.
Are you kidding me?
They make wood. They do. And hopefully we'll see some when our Allen and Ginter arrive next week. Because there's definitely wood cards in Allen and Ginter. Don't you dare jump in on my collection, sir. Sorry, Money Mitch. My bad, homie. I didn't mean to blow up your flatware hustle. Oh, Prue's like, oh man, as someone who's still eating off of early 90s Syracuse China, I would approve of that. Are you kidding me? I eat off of Elvis plates. My grandmother bought them because they were going to be worth a fortune after Elvis died. And we use them for pizza. Antique Roadshow. I love Antique Roadshow. That was the best. They came to Buffalo, and they never ended up showing a Buffalo show because everybody in Buffalo was like, oh, this is going to be worth something. And they were like, it's garbage. It is absolute bupkis. Somebody lied to you. And it was like, oh. So, like, Buffalo would never get its own show, but there would be shows where they'd be like, the highlights of the Antique Roadshow. And there'd be like one or two people from Buffalo And then the rest of the show would be other places in the United States.
How would he come back?
Which is funny because there's a lot of history in Buffalo, like, the War of 1812. And unfortunately, people just don't collect the War of 1812. They don't collect the slaughtering of Native Americans in Western New York. Though there are some really great Fort Niagara stories that don't involve the slaughtering of Native Americans.
Oh, how?
Why not? Yeah, I mean, I can make a comparison, but I don't want to go down that road, Money Mitch. There are
How is he a 90?
Excuse me, I just drowned myself. There are people that collect memorabilia of a certain era where people were annihilating other civilizations less than 100 years ago. So I don't see why they don't collect War of 1812. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Money Mitch, why don't you go ahead and specialize in collecting the stuff of those who annihilated Native Americans and see how that goes. You got it. But no, real talk. There's a lot of really interesting stuff from the War of 1812. There's a lot of interesting French-American War stuff. When Canada really did invade the United States. I will mention all of you as part of my pitch. So this guy, DC the Breaker, he's got this great idea about capitalizing on the Trail of Tears. I got myself a jar of dirt guaranteed to be soaked in said tears. $500. We've already seen Battleground dirt sold, so why not Trail of Tears dirt? Listen. My great-grandmother is 100% Native American. This is a true story. My great-grandmother, my dad's mother's mother is 100% Native American. Specifically Canadian Native American. I'm not sure why I'm laughing, but this is not funny. It's so unfunny that it becomes funny. It's like, man, that is so horrible that I have to laugh at it because it makes me uncomfortable, and I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable. It's like people that are I'm smiling because I have no idea what's going on. I'm laughing because that's morbid. Another true story. My family, we laugh at funerals. Listen. I'm just gonna tell you. My family, the Italian side.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on right now.
There it is. The Italian side of my family, the family that came from Italy, and the first generation born in America from Italy. That would also be my father's side. My father's mother was half Native American, half French. French that moved to Canada, to Quebec, and married a native Canadian. So my father's mother, that's her, and then my father's father is 100% Italian. Both of his parents were Italian and from Italy. So my dad is Italian, French, and Native American. I look like French, even though technically I'm more Scottish than anything else. Not only was he French, he was a savate fighter and a lumberjack. This is all true. So I actually found out late in life that not only was my ability to pick up the French language in my genes, my fighting ability apparently was generational as well. As my great grandfather was a savate fighter. For those who don't know, savate is a French kickboxing. It's like kickboxing, but there's more surrendering in the middle of matches. Uh, Matches were scheduled for 10 rounds, but they barely got through 6. Uh, Jeez, I gotta write that down. That's gonna be a good stand-up bit. Hold on, I need to... I'm glad I said that on camera. I'll write that down. James, you gotta stop now. Thank you. Let me get a piece of paper. There we go. I'm just gonna take shorthand so I remember the joke and the punchline. All right. That's a nice setup joke punchline for a stand-up routine. Honestly, I said savant. No, not savant. Savat. It's a lot of prancing. Uh it's not the manliest fighting style. It's more boxing than kickboxing. It's boxing with like kicks to the stomach. It's a lot of front kicks, a lot of snap kicks. Look it up. Modern day Savat is much more brutal. The classic like 1920s when he was alive, that Savat was, put up your dukes like this and a lot of like front kicking, prancing, like it's almost like interpretive dance in the late 80s, early 90s. Hey, it's real. It's modern savant. I'm just gonna tell everybody it's modern, so it makes it sound tougher. But I digress. That's probably why I don't collect it, because literally my great grandmother was Native American. Now I did my DNA test. I spit into a tube. Potato, potato. Exactly. Potato, potato. I spit in a tube. I am 0% Native American somehow. So I mean, it doesn't. When in Rome, I don't think that applies to the situation. I don't really think that applies to the situation. All right, folks. So if somebody would like to grab spots in Small Change, we have 3 to go. If somebody wants to grab something else, please do. Otherwise, I'm not going to lie to you, it may be a little bit shorter of a show than we've had the last 2 days. Your son is 25% Native American. There you go. Jack?
He's dead. Dead.
Are you talking about Jack? Yep. Yeah, Jack has raven black hair, if I remember correctly. Or at least very, very dark. Again, brain damage. But typically, true raven black hair is only found in 3 areas. One of them being Native Americans. And you could argue indigenous people. I don't know if indigenous is a bad word anymore. I'm not up to date on my woke verbiage. I'm in California. I should know by now. But many indigenous people to many areas of the world tend to have darker hair. Mom was from New Mexico. And their founding family bloodline. There it is. They're indigenous to New Mexico, which used to be Mexico. Now it's New Mexico. It's like old Mexico, but less mileage. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to give me a hug?
No.
Do you want me to tickle you? Do you want me to come over there and tickle you so people hear you laughing? No? He's laughing just thinking about it. And more green chilies. It's true. Oh, goodness. Speaking of, what is for dinner tonight? Dinner is pollo. We're going to make your flaky layers.
Yay.
And we're going to have roasted red potatoes with a nice rosemary and thyme seasoning that I'm going to make from scratch. And then tomorrow morning we're going to do chocolate chip waffles.
Daddy, you should come here and see this.
If I come over there, I'm going to tickle you.
Yeah, okay, but look it.
I'll be right back. I have to tickle my child. What'd you do? Quickly, quickly.
The ball was caught.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Green chili chicken enchiladas are my favorite, Money Mitch says. I have started to make fajitas at home, homemade fajitas. I'm still tweaking my fajitas, but they're getting there. Melissa really likes them. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. Excuse me.
Oh, too early.
I do like hatch on anything too. I like most peppers.
No.
You okay?
What did you say? No, it's not how you do it. Here, let me show you. Mewing.
Oh, goodness. Oh. You gotta stop, baby. You gotta stop, honey.
I tipped ball. A ball that was caught.
You gotta stop, Jimbo.
I mean, yes, but the ball. Oh my goodness. One-handed. All the way home. Do a touchdown. I just did not even notice that.
All right.
Look at the ball. Is it 71 yet?
Oh, excuse me. Road trip to Albuquerque, but only stay for one day. Pub crawl, but for green chili dishes. I'm in. Listen, I will take food vacations. I will take food Listen, if you want a wonderful food vacation, I have to tell you, besides Los Angeles and New York City, New Orleans is a gastro delight. You can find every food possible in New Orleans. I will tell you, if you are interested in traveling somewhere just for the food, Don't go to England. England is not known for their cuisine. Go to France. Don't go to England. And definitely don't go to Scotland.
Oh, that's bloody rubbish, right? I'm British.
Jimmy, you're a dork, is what you are.
Daddy.
Yes.
So, I just tipped a ball and scored a touchdown with a one-handed.
No.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Why?
No.
Have you seen it?
Nope. The best food I had in England was at the Indian restaurant. Yes. Oh, listen, listen. Prue. Legit. The Indian population in England, which is pretty big. Some of the absolute best. Oh, golly. And the portions are American sized. They love to feed people. Trouble feeding their own country, but man, do they love to feed foreigners. The Indian food is phenomenal in England. Did you see the picture I sent you? Yes, Scoobs, your hoodie is fantabulous. Are you wearing it right now? Is it on your body? Are you wearing no t-shirt underneath it? Oh, it's too hot now? Okay. Yeah, the Indian food is great. Here's what I liked about England. The table apple cider vinegar that you find in England and the French fries, the chips, are literally the best steak fries in the world. And I don't know what it is about the table apple cider vinegar. It may be because they probably just refill the same bottle and never empty it out for eons. But it's the apple cider vinegar that is just on a nondescript. It's never in a labeled bottle, and the steak fries are the best fries in the world. It's unbelievable. There was this pub. So we lived in a place called St. Anne's by the Sea. And just south of St. David's Place, there was this pub in the bottom of a building. And it opened at like 7 a.m. It's normal to drink all the time in England. The Guinness was always room temperature. If you wanted it cold, you had to ask for it extra cold. And I would go there at like 9:30 in the morning just to order chips. And I would just douse them in their table apple cider vinegar. I would get shepherd's pie. I would get meat pies. The pub pies were unbelievable. I did not want to know how they were made, when they were made, why they were made. I knew they weren't healthy. I'm sure it was parts of the animal that they don't talk about. But it was freaking delicious, especially with a pint of Guinness. I went there, and for 4 days straight, I ate the exact same thing. To literally the bartender, there's no waiters. You go to the bar and you order it. The bartender was like, we have other stuff, right? And I was like, don't care, so good. They're like, you're not from around here, are you? And I'm like, what gave that away? What gave that away? Yeah. I could taste it. I could taste the grease right now. I'm having a grease flashback. Where's Paul Moisland? I feel like Paul Moislin could actually contribute to this conversation. Need more moisture in here. Excuse me. Hey, Trevor, can Otani just go ahead and homer to tie this up, please? Is it better with no t-shirt on? Of course it's better with no t-shirt on, Scoobs. Listen. Yeah, everything's better with no t-shirt on.
Tip it up. No. I do not do it. Did he actually caught the ball?
Or he could just go ahead and walk Edman and let Otani homer to take the lead. I mean, that would be pretty awesome too.
Go. Gotta wait. Now. Go back though. Come on. It's fourth and down. And they're gonna lose. They need a first down.
All right, a double. So now Otani needs to homer that double home.
No, they could.
Listen, if I call it, if Otani homers here, I think we need to buy me a box of something, because I will take full credit for that happening. I will have willed that into existence. Ugh. Oh well. All right, folks. I am competing against high school football and the World Series. I'm not going to win the viewership rankings, so I'm going to call last call. Last call tonight. I cannot compete with the World Series. So if anybody wants to see something, now is the time.
Excuse me.
Thank you for saying excuse me. Money Mitch is like, you in with me? Thanks, Money Mitch. Mitch, are you going to WonderCon? And are you going to Comic-Con Revolution? Well, that's because, Scuba Vince, you hate sports. Nothing planned yet, but will depend on tomorrow. Tomorrow, are you hitting the lottery? I will be at both. I believe I'm working both of them. So I'll be there. I'm excited for Comic-Con
Here it comes.
International.
Picks it up down the middle.
Or Comic-Con Revolution, that's what it's called. That was a really fun show. Oh, standard reservation is for SDCC tomorrow?
Going to be.
Got it.
No, wait, what? No, what? Boom. Down the left side, it's a huge heartbreak. It's going to be.
How you gonna leave a man stranded on third, Trevor?
No. Picks it up. Oh. Now. Left side. How did it lose connection?
So WonderCon is an option. Looking at DragonCon, maybe.
Looking it down. First down. Oh my god, butterfly.
I would go to DragonCon if I had an all expenses paid trip. I don't have any disposable income for probably the next 2 months.
All they need is first down. Throwing it. It's going to be. Drop the ball. Don't drop the ball.
All right, let's get out of here, folks. Let's see if there's somebody that
Gonna be thrown too
I
late.
can give you to. Looks like Babe is going to be raiding out shortly, so. All right, I'm just going to leave you alone. We're not going anywhere. All right, folks. I had a feeling today would be a quick one with Game 1 of the World Series being on. Listen, it's fine. Every night can't be a 2.5 hour night. That's just going to give us more energy to work with next week. Oh my goodness! Ninja! Hello, Ninja! Good day, mate. Boy, Ninja, I feel terrible. I always talk up how I haven't seen you in a while. By the way, we're friends on the gram. I'd have to say somebody's birthday dinner a little while ago was very nice. The World Series is on, and viewership is down because of the World Series. So man, I wish I had something cool to open and show you. But it's slow. It is slow. I missed you though. I wish we were on closer time zones so that you could be here more often. I do have to ask you now that I have you in person. How's life? Let's take time to talk to Ninja. How's life? What's new and exciting? How's work? How is it down under? Oh, thank you. That is so sweet. Always thinking about us. I want to know what's new in your life. I want to know that everything is going peachy keen. Life is great, man. Listen, Ninja, I love to hear that. That warms my heart. I feel good knowing that other people are feeling good too. Craig's like, yeah, I blew my wad last night. New relationship? Ooh. Hey now. New relationship has me busy. I like it. I hope they make you very happy. No, she says it's right there. I am very happy. Good, good. Listen, you deserve happiness. Everybody deserves happiness. But I am happy that you're happy. I am happy that there is a person in your life. Because, listen, new relationships, boy, those are tons of fun. I am a big fan. Now, granted, I've been married for 9 years, so I haven't had a new relationship in 9 years. But I do recall what it was like to have those relationships, and I do remember the twitterpation and the butterflies that they give. So excellent. I hope they treat you well. Listen, tell this person that if they do not treat you well, and you can show them this video, that there is a New York Italian living in the LA area who is just a 7-hour flight away and would gladly board a plane to not only come visit Ninja, but to also do unspeakable American things to somebody that messes with my Binda, okay? You can pass that video on. If they're not nice, I will get my own Airbus of people over there and set them straight. There you go. It's a true story. Isn't it more like 15 hours? Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know. Hold on. Now I gotta look. Now I have to see how long a flight from LA to Australia is. It is 15 hours. All right, so 15 hours. I'm still fine with that. Boeing isn't a say. You like that? See? Yeah, I wasn't doing a Boeing. That's why I said Airbus. I wasn't doing Boeing. All right, listen. Which airport are you closest to? Do I need to go to Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, or Brisbane? I'll tell you, it's cheaper for me to fly into Sydney. But I'll go to Perth. That is an extra 7 hours. You can always stop over in Hawaii and take a break. Hey, there it is. I will be Sydney. Great. That is less than $1,000 for me to go to Sydney. I got LA to Sydney for $922. So I will gather a crew. Gather a nameless crew of villains, and we will fly LA to Sydney, and we will stick up for our ninja. As long as it's not Woomera. Do they have an airport? Apparently Adelaide does. I'm learning something new. Uluru. Yeah, I'm not flying to Uluru. I'm not flying to Uluru. Uluru is dead center of the Outback, BT Dub. Yeah. Yeah, it would be Sydney. Don't let the name Alice Springs fool you. It's the only spring in the middle of the heat. Uluru. 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 Let's roll. I'm in. DCD collects Down Under. He would swim. I would swim. I'll punch a shark for you, ninja. I'll punch a shark right in the gills. That's what I would do. That would happen. Uluru. Uluru. I just want to say that now. Uluru. That's fun. They got great names. Exmouth. Boy, oh boy, it's expensive to fly to Exmouth. Long reach is a bit of a long reach. Oh, goodness. Watch out for the. Oh, so I actually. Oh, goodness. Jimmy, do you remember the Aussie we ran into at the barber shop? The guy from Australia?
Yeah.
Remember we were talking with him?
Yeah.
So I ran into a chap from Australia. He was from Sydney. And his
Oi, oi, oi.
Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. There you go. And his it was funny because he said something, and I said, "Are you from Sydney?" And he looked at me and he's like, "How do you know that?" I said, "Because you don't sound like you're from Melbourne." And he goes, "How does it sound from Melbourne?" I was like, "Melbourne has more of an accent than Sydney does. Melbourne is a bit more jarbled, where Sydney is more upbeat and sharp." And he's like, "Have you been to Australia?" I was like, "No, but I know a lot of people from Australia, and I know the difference between Melbourne and Sydney." And he's like, "My husband is from there," and he goes, "Yes, you can tell." And then he mentioned another. He's like, "But it's not as bad as blah blah blah." He's like, "Blah blah blah is the hardest one to understand." And we started to talk all about all the places, and I was like, I would love to go to Australia. The people of Australia, everyone I've ever met has been some of the nicest people on the planet. I said, the country is beautiful. The animals are amazing. I said, but listen, I got to be honest with you, and this is a true story. I know the truth about drop bears, Sapporos. And I told him, I was like, I am deathly afraid of spiders. I am a true, and most of you who've seen the show have seen a spider surprise me. Some deep Aussie accents Ninja can't even understand. Yes. And I said, I know that you guys have some of the largest arachnid family. The camel spider is not an actual spider. It's related more to a scorpion than a spider. I was like, but all arachnids, anything that has an outer exoskeleton, like ants don't bother me, but anything related, anything with that many legs, I was like, I have a severe arachnophobia. And I said, I don't.
What's mine, Daddy?
What?
What's mine?
You don't have any fear, honey. You're fearless.
Yeah, I do.
What are you afraid of?
Heights.
Okay, okay? Yeah, that's valid. And I said, I don't think I could handle Australia because I've seen your insects. And like, I'm not bothered by snakes. I'm not bothered by rats. I mean, I would cuddle a wallaby. I would. I just don't think I could handle your insect population. And he goes, "Mate, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not as bad as you think. We may embellish some of the things to keep Australia Australian, and we may
That's not what it sounds like.
we may tell people that it's a lot worse than it really is. It's not bad, mate. It's not bad at all." He's like, "Don't worry, I'm not into insects either." He says, we may we may embellish certain attributes of Australia to keep non-Australians out. And he's like, "Trust me, it's not bad." I was like, "All right." So that was reassuring. Scoop says, "I would love an Australian girlfriend. I love the accent. There's two accents that get my goat. Australian and Irish. Oh mama. I'm not gonna lie. I am attracted to Bluey and Bingo's mom, Chili. I know she's an animated dog, but oh my, her voice, that accent, It's not. It's weird to say out loud. Even. It's pretty. Jamie knows. It's pretty. Yep. Yeah, Irish. The Irish accent and the Australian accent, those are my two. That is probably why I haven't been to either of those countries. Would not be healthy. Yeah. You're in a safe space. don't, don't worry, don't worry, DC. This is a safe space. We can talk about these things. Oh, speaking of Bluey.
Someone died of Bluey.
For those who watch Bluey, Bandit Healer, the dad. His middle name was revealed in one of the recent shorts that they did. And Bandit's middle name is Custard, and I thought that was the greatest thing ever. I was dying when I saw him slap his ID down on the table, and it said Bandit Custard Healer. For those who watch Bluey, have a shoey. I hate feet, so that's not going to happen. But I would definitely, I would drink a toast to Bluey. I love that show. And listen, it is it is top 3 things that came from Australia. Yeah. All right, folks. I am sorry, Ninja. I am sorry to cut it short. I know that you don't get to get here often, and I appreciate that you are here. But sadly, we are gonna head out. It is. I have had 2 late days in a row. Yesterday, I was here till about 9:15. Excuse me. When all was said and done, I didn't get home till 10 Pacific. So we are going to call this an early night. I want you to know, listen, Ninja, I say this every time. And I'm saying this, and I want you to know that tonight, you are on the top of this list when I say that. No offense to everyone else, but Ninja, tonight you're on the top of this list. I love each and every one of you. Please take care of yourselves and each other so we can do this again on Wednesday. Wednesday, we can have a lot of fun. I want you to know that Thursday is going to be a costume party. Thursday is Halloween. Thursday, I will be in costume. Thursday, we are going to have a little coupon for those who are in costume and proven on our Discord. We are going to have some fun. There will be blood on Halloween. I'm just saying. I have agreed to wear a ridiculous costume. I actually don't know what my costume is. Doug is getting it for me. He mentioned unicorn. Wouldn't be the first time I was called unicorn in my life. But I highly recommend having a safe weekend so you can be here next week. I love you all. Congratulations, Ninja, on the new relationship. I hope happiness for everyone else as well. I love you all.